Hi, my name is Lynn Marshall Linnemeier. I am an artist, and I am an artist because I don't know anything else to do. That's why I do this work. I have this vision that it's about my birth, that I'm traveling through the birth canal, and the Orishas are handing me all the tools that I need to do what I do. So I get sculpting tools, paint brushes, all of those things. When I slipped from my mother's womb, I already had it. Creating? Oh my goodness, that goes back to my childhood. In order for me to entertain myself, I would sit at our dining room table and tell myself stories in my notebook using stick figures. Those stick figures came back later on in my artwork as I began to grow and develop, and they figure heavily in my abstract work. Atlanta has always been a base for me, but Atlanta is like, when I came to Atlanta in 1972, 73, something like that, I remember an article in Ebony magazine. It called Atlanta the Black Mecca of the South. What? And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna leave this town right now. Went to the Atlanta College of Art, and I started to become interested in writing. How did people write? What were, besides pictographs and things like that, what were the early forms of writing? So I became very interested in symbols and pictographs, which eventually evolved into my interest in indigenous people. I meet people, I listen to people, and I make up things. I started out in photography. I met a gentleman, Mr. Milburn Crow, who became a mentor, and he had the most fabulous photographic collection. He knew the history of Mount Bayou like no other, and he mentored me. I would take pictures of people and copy photographs and, bring the pictures back of folks that I had photographed. And Mr. Crow took the photographs that I took and put them in the window of the Crow's Nest Greyhound bus station and restaurant. So I pull up, driving 8.5 hours, I pull up in front of the store and there's this crowd of people. I'm like, what are they looking at? Mr. Crow had put the pictures in the window. People in town came to see themselves. And that gave me the paradigm for, my future work, which was to go into communities, photograph the people in the communities, paint the photographs, put them up in the communities, and people will come to see themselves. I would turn ordinary people into genies and fairies and all sorts of things, because I felt like during that time for Black kids that there were no superheroes, and so I would take pictures of children and turn them into all sorts of fantastic beings, and from that, it just continued to build and build and build and build and build. To be recognized as this year's flower, when I got the news, I totally freaked out. I think I was like, what? Atlanta? What? Get out. I was so honored. And it meant a lot to me too, because I knew Fahamo, I've known Fahamo for, oh gosh. And for him to put together ADAMA. I came to one exhibit with Sue Ross, and I was so impressed. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I tell people, I don't worry about the world, when I'm gone, because I think we have enough young people that are coming up that are doing good things that it's going to be okay. This is what I tell all my students that are interested in creativity, you want to move forward. You can quote me on this, if you feed your passion will feed you. You have to have a passion. If creativity is your passion, don't let it go. You might have to go around some spaces to get to whatever it is that you want to do or be. You might have to wait tables like I did. You may have to, clean houses like I did. But you go around there, you continue. All the ways in the background, you have creativity. And so that would be what I would tell people. Feed your passion, and your passion will feed you. Yep. And that's it.